Support for Music Money University and the following message are brought to you by TuneCore. Do you want to take your career to the next level and start making money from your music? The good news is all you need is a digital distributor. TuneCore is dedicated to helping independent artists get their music in over 150 digital stores and streaming services in over 100 countries worldwide. And the best part is, they never take a cut of the money they collect for you. No label, no catch, no barriers to selling your music worldwide. Take control of your career and get 20% off your first upload on TuneCore by clicking the link in our show notes. Welcome to Music Money University, where you learn in-depth strategies on how real artists, musicians, and entrepreneurs earn a full-time income in the music business. I am your host, Omari. What is the number one problem you're trying to solve for your music business today?
So actually, I wanted to ask some specific questions right now. So I texted you on Facebook as well. So we have an upcoming album on the 10th of April, and we have 7 songs, out of which we think that we are pretty sure that 4 songs out of these 7 are really good. So do you think is it a good idea to promote 4 songs? Is it a big quantity because they're sort of the same genre?
So on the larger side, you can do 4 at a time. Typically you want to stick with 2 or 3. Unless you are like really, really trying to test out all 4 to see which one is going to do the best.
Okay, and is it possible, like I also asked you this on Messenger, I'm not quite sure about that. If more than 2 songs appear on a playlist, like would it sound sketchy, like as if it was definitely a paid promotion or something?
No, not really. I mean, people are just going to be listening to the playlist. And just seeing if the style fits. There's multiple songs from artists like all the times on playlists.
Okay. And if I'm promoting all the 4 songs, because of course they're not released, so I don't have the Spotify links. So should I send you private SoundCloud links to the songs? And then on the day of the release, I send you the links to the Spotify. Is that it?
Yeah, correct.
And also on Messenger, you told me that I can try some low-level promotion. What do you mean by that?
I don't do Messenger or to sell somebody else, but I assume they mean that you try out the smaller packages first, versus spending, a ton of money during the first run. You just do maybe the smallest package or the second to smallest package for each song, and then you'll have a gauge of which ones are performing the best.
Okay. And is it possible to request that not more than 2 songs appear in the same playlist?
No, it wouldn't be able to do that, because if there's a playlist that's a good fit, and let's say a curator requests 3 of those songs and it's all the best possible playlist for the song, there's no limit to how much, or if they all fit, we wouldn't limit them from putting it on the playlist. Okay.
And so in that case, how does this work? Like you select the songs and send to the curator?
Well, I get what you're saying. So what happens is we send all the songs to them, and then they see the songs and they decide which ones they want to request from us. And then we'll cross-check it just to make sure it's a good fit, and then we approve the request, and we sort out the campaigns that way.
And if I submit my songs, for example, tomorrow, then we have 15 days, I think, till the 10th of April. Like, are you sure by 10th of April, like they'll be ready to go into playlists, or it might take even more time in that case?
So if you submit them pre-order, we make the link possible or available to the curators as soon as possible. So let's say that, the release date is the 10th. If the song's already cleared and whatnot, then it would be made available to the curators on the 10th, and they still have to go in and review it and decide if they want it for their list or not, because we only put live Spotify links.
Like I can give you SoundCloud links, like private.
Right.
SoundCloud.
So that's for our review process. That's for us to check it and clear it. And then once it's submitted to the curators, we only send them Spotify links, because They're
Okay.
just checking live songs and placing them on their list. So it's made available the same day, and it
Okay.
can likely end up on list the same day. But I just wanted to let you know how that processing works.
Okay. So okay. And for how much time will they stay? For 1 month or or even it can be
Two to
lesser
four
as well.
weeks.
Okay. So there's no specific time duration that they'll stay on the playlist.
No, it's 2 weeks for some of the very, very active list, because they cycle through more songs, and then some of the standard active, we call them lists, it might stay on there
Okay.
3 to 4 weeks. So about
Okay.
that time frame.
Okay, and do you have any bulk discounts or some discount for bulk songs? Because I'm considering like giving 4 songs. Like that's what is going on in my head.
Yes,
So
we do. So if you go to our frequently asked questions, just
okay,
so you don't forget the code, there'll be a question of like, do you have bulk discounts? And then it'll
okay,
give the code for the bulk discounts. But it's if you want to take it down here too
yeah,
in the chat.
okay. And also, like when I submit the songs, do I have to specify the genre, or is it you who's gonna separate them into different genres? Because my 3 songs are sorts of hard rock, like 2 are hard rock, one is alternative, and one is soft rock. So,
So
but
we put about 2 or 3 genres on the song.
okay,
And then that way, let's say somebody has a hard rock song. We would put rock, hard rock, and maybe if it sounded a little alternative, we'd put
okay.
alternative. And then curators with those lists,
Ah,
any of those 3 lists, can at least listen to the song and decide if it's right for their list or not, so
okay,
that they can put in the request for it.
okay. And like, what is your personal suggestion? Should I like first promote 2 songs, then 2 songs, or all 4 at once? Like, what do you think is a better strategy in that case?
Um,
Because I want to do all 4, but I don't know if I should do
If
them
you
parallel.
do 2 and 2, they're more likely to end up on different playlists
Hmm.
versus doing all 4 at once.
Okay,
More
so maybe,
likely, it still might
yeah.
happen, but probably, yeah. If you do 2 and 2, they'll probably end up on different playlists.
But for 2 songs, do I have a discount, the same of 10% or not?
No, it's not.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want to do all 4, it, so what
Because I
happens?
think
Like
you're right. It's
whenever you, if you have a good playlist, like it doesn't do the song any harm to end up on different, or to end up on that same playlist.
okay.
People, you're still gonna see like a differentiation in the amount of saves each song
Mhm.
gets, just because
Okay.
people just react to
Yeah.
whatever song they like. If they don't like a song, they're not gonna hit the save
Mhm.
button. So I mean, you're still gonna get the feedback.
What I can do is that put all the 4 songs, then later on just promote the top 1 or 2 songs. So what
Yeah,
do you think of that strategy?
yep,
Okay,
that's what I'd do.
okay, okay. I think that's all which I had. I just wanted to confirm that I have to send you the first private SoundCloud links, and then on the day of the release, I send you the Spotify links through mail.
Yeah. So you'll get a response, and we'll just say, just send the links to this email thread whenever they're live.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, thank you. I think that's all. Those are all the questions I had.
All right, awesome. You have a good
Thank
one.
you. Bye bye.
Well, yeah. How can we help? What's on your mind?
I've been trying to get into percussion lately. And basically, I used to be a little SoundCloud rapper with my brothers and all that. But when I got older, I was like, I want to do other music. So I joined a rock band. It was fun. We did Chris Cornell, Bowie, all that stuff. And got accepted to Bard, where they had me singing classically and such. And I just kind of tour around, and I play in a band and do music. And I still work with my producer for solo stuff. And it's been a while. And he's like, why haven't we put out anything? And I was like, I don't know. So then we did put out our first single. It was pretty good. It got like 1,000 views the first month. I had 900 monthly listeners, which isn't like amazing, but it's not terrible for me, just like Instagram marketing. It's the second month that it's been out. It's dropped the 20 monthly listeners. And I really just don't know how to, I'm not a music marketer. And I've been looking online for all these promotion services, but I'm not trying to get flagged because a lot of is just bots.
Got you. Okay, so you're trying to keep up monthly listeners on Spotify.
Right.
Okay. Honestly, constant promotion is one of like the only ways to do that, especially when you're first starting out. So if you do like, maybe you just have a monthly budget set aside of $100 and you're just going to do one promotion every month for $100, that will keep the monthly listeners up at least on Spotify. Because when you run a promotion, what's going to happen, at least with us or other playlist companies, is that it's going to get into playlist, and then that's only for about 2 to 4 weeks. Once that period ends, it gets taken out of the playlist, and your monthly listeners will start to go down. Because if people like your song during that month, they may hit the save button and save it to their library, but there's also hundreds or thousands of other songs in there, like, well, so you may get played by a percentage of people, but it's not going to be everybody who played you on the playlist is going to play you again the next month. It just doesn't naturally work out like that.
Gotcha. And with your services, it's organic, right? It's not something that's gonna like.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a few years. We don't have people, getting flagged for whatever. We're just pitching your song to different playlists that we've researched and vetted to add them to our network.
Cool. Because I spoke to someone about like viral media boost, and it kind of just seemed really like fake. And I was like, really? 60,000 views?
Oh, yeah. If somebody, so what we do is we have an estimated play range, and you can see that in our frequently asked questions right on our promotion page. But that's just us giving a educated guess on what we've seen from previous campaigns. We're not saying that you're going to end up at the high end of that range or the low end. You're going to end up where you end up.
Right. Yeah. And do you also gain Spotify followers from this, or do you guys just specialize in streams?
Not really.
Gotcha.
So whenever people follow playlists, they typically follow other playlists. They don't follow artists. And there's no real benefit to follow artists on Spotify anyway, because you can't really comment on their stuff. You can't direct message them.
True.
It's not as social friendly as other platforms.
Right. And do you guys also deal with other platforms as well?
Yeah. So if you look on our promotion page, like the same website that you scheduled the call, you just click the promotion tab and see those options. There's Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook ads, and SoundCloud.
Cool. Got you. Okay. I think that's all the questions I had.
All right. Awesome. Well, yeah, you just hop over there. If you have any other questions that you think of, there'll be a live chat button. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be a live chat button. Somebody's in there, and they can help you, answer any other questions.
Cool. Thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome. Guys, thanks so much for listening to this episode of Music Money University. If you know of any other artists, musicians, or entrepreneurs who are trying to figure out their music career or business, share this podcast with them and click the subscribe button wherever you're listening so you'll know when more episodes are out. Support for Music Money University and the following message comes from Omari Music Promotion. If you make great music that not enough people hear, get started today with Omari Music Promotion. We have genuine Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud promotion packages. There are tens of thousands of songs released every day. And if you want to stand a chance to be properly heard among all that competition, you need the right promotion behind your music. We've promoted for thousands of big and small artists and can help your music out too. Just visit omarimc.com or click the link in our show notes to get started today. That's OMARIMC.com.